Hello everybody, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon, soon to be a City of Mist sex icon as well. I'm working on it, don't worry. I've got the full cast and crew of the Larkspur sequence with me today for episode 2 of this fantastic show. So let's go around the cast and crew, let's figure out who we are and who we're going to be playing today. Let's start with our MC, or Dungeon Master, Game Master, whatever you want to call it, for tonight, Metamancer. How you doing, Meta?
Good, thanks, Will. Hi, guys. I'm Metamancer. If you haven't seen me before, I am the creator of the story behind the City of Mist campaign for this show, the Larkspur sequence. And if you guys want to know more about it, feel free to ask questions in chat, and we'll do our best to help you out, because this is a brand new system. It's a little bit of a learn-as-you-play kind of process for us here, so hopefully, guys, you enjoy the story, and I'll give you more details on my other shows at the end of all this fun stuff.
Great stuff, absolutely. We also have Anna with us tonight. Anna, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing wonderful. And I'm going to be playing Lena Ridley. She owns a coffee shop. She is fashionable as heck. She's cute as heck, I think. And yeah, it seems like she hasn't hit it off yet with everybody. Because reasons.
Pointed look at me, jeez. Yeah, I mean, she died in your alley. It's not my fault.
Hey,
great stuff.
It's not my fault.
Thank you, Anna. We also have Tommy with us tonight. Tommy, how you doing, my dude?
I am doing great. I am super excited to dive back into the City of Mist. Been looking forward to it all week. I play Shiyu, the child of a fairly well-known and illustrious family in the city, known as the Park family. He's a bit of a black sheep in the family. He very much has that sort of hipster K-pop boy look going on with his galaxy-colored hair and everything he does. Everything. Literally everything.
Absolutely. Great stuff. We also have Sheepy with us tonight. How you doing, my friend?
Hello. I'm Sheepdog, and I play Jack Fantastic, who is a celebrity stunt double. Most recently for Jean-Claude Damme, who's also known to Jack as John. Yeah, he's... I think we've learned he's a bit of an ass. Good, accurate, yeah.
He loves muffins.
Yeah, a little bit too much. Even when things go wrong for him, he still gets a massage out of it. So, good.
Hey, can't complain. Great stuff. We also have with us, last but not least, we have Scraticus with us tonight. Scrat, how you doing, my friend?
I am doing very well, thank you. Tonight I'll be playing Dr. Hezekiah Shaw. Sort of failing doctor from the not so nice area of town, who we may or may have not just discovered has, you know, slight interactions with drug dealers. There's nothing behind that.
Nothing to read into there. Wouldn't worry about it.
Nope.
Great stuff. And last but not least, in fact, I think I said that for you, but I'm the best. So, and most importantly, myself, I will be playing. What am I playing? His name is Gibbs, Russell Gibbs. He's a cop. He's on the case, and he's suspicious of Lena in particular. He's not sure he can trust her just yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Before we get into it, remind you guys we are sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice. You can go over to their website, fantasygrounds.com, try it out for free, and all of the maps, all of the roles, all of the images that you see today are from our sponsors, Fantasy Grounds. Also, we are also sponsored by dndice.co.uk. Go over to their website, save yourself 5% on all their sexy, beautiful dice using the coupon code Encounter Roleplay. And last but not least, we are also sponsored by Wayland Games, our miniatures dealers. Not quite as exciting as drug dealers like Scrats, but they are certainly dealing in some exciting goods. Miniatures, 20% off, Warhammer. They even do like a noir line of minis that might fit quite well for your own City of Mist game. So check them out. waylandgames.co.uk. You guys can interact with today's shows as we enter through the first show here, Larkspur sequence, but you get players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges via donating. You can follow the show. When we hit 20 followers, you guys get to decide what happens next. And of course, the same goes for the tweets here in the retweets. 20 retweets will have another viewer decision where you guys get to help screw the party and have fun with it. So, thank you to Isriva. As we dive in here today, Isriva has given 2 wild magic surges, one for Shiyu and one for my good self, Russell Gibbs. So we'll get to those in just a minute, but I will hand over to Metamancer, our MC for tonight, to talk us through a little bit about what happened last week and take us into episode 2.
Absolutely. Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more magic searches. I have a list of stuff already. Okay, guys, so let's jump right into our narrative. If you're just tuning in, I'm going to give you a generally good overall, but definitely go back and watch the previous episode if you haven't yet. So our crew wasn't yet a crew when they first met each other. At the very beginning of their day, they went through, their general morning routine, and somehow, either by fate or maybe a push from the mist itself, they all made their way to a coffee shop by the name of The Mist, who is actually owned by our proprietor, Anna. Oh, sorry, not Anna. Oh my God. What's your regular character's name? I'm sorry.
Lena.
Lena, not Anna. That's you. Lena, who owns Mist. And so when they got there, there was a strange event that happened. One of the employees, Chloe, found a dead body, screamed, but then suddenly everything was normal again in a matter of moments. And when the individuals that were still affected by the strange event went out to the alley where this body was, they experienced some strange kind of effects in the area where they went through a small puzzle of very Alice in Wonderland style of there was eat me, open me, read me, drink me, and help me. And at the very end of this puzzle, it revealed to be a dead body. And through further investigation, they found that the body was of the identity of Diana Kinney. And Diana Kinney, they believe, had died of some kind of a drug overdose, but they haven't yet checked in with the morgue, so they're not exactly sure about the more specific details. But through this process, they were able to obtain her address, and so they went to visit her apartment, which was located down near the docks in a not so great part of town. Upon investigation, they realized that this was not actually her place of residence, but where she was concocting some kind of a drug or something of a substance unknown. And they did try to find out more information, but all roads kind of came to a close. However, CU and Jack Fantastic did happen to go to one of the neighbors, and they met a young man by the name of Jeremy, who is taken very fondly by Jack. And so in the process of their conversation, Jack felt it was necessary to give a smoldering look. And thus Jeremy was deciding it was time for a massage. And so that happened. Thanks, viewers. At the very end, after kind of not really getting too much information outside of a matchbook that they found in the apartment, leading to the club called Wonderland, all of the individuals kind of met back up, and at the very end of their process to get outside, they all experienced yet another vision of some kind, where there was a man or a figure of some kind in the distance, very blurred out, but you could see the smoke emitting. And that's where we'll kind of pick up today's episode of this vision just happened, guys. Everybody saw it at the same time, but it wasn't like it was there physically in front of you. It was more like, for Russell, this was very much reminiscent of those moments that he has occasionally, but much more vivid. Everybody else, this is very much like what you experience with the puzzle, the neon lights and the flashes of color, and before this figure fades out again.
Okay, are you sure there wasn't anything in the drinks today, Lena? Like, nothing a little special? Like,
some kind of...
I mean, I'm not mad if there was. I'm cool. I'm just saying, I'd like to know. You sure there wasn't anything special in the drinks, Lena?
Well, see you. I did not partake in any drinks at Lena's shop, so I find your hypothesis to be incorrect.
I mean, there was some weird, like, chemicals lying around in the flat. Maybe that's like a hallucinogen. I don't know. I mean, we know it's a hallucinogen.
We all agree we saw the same thing, right? Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Second time now.
Strange.
And I have no reason to poison my customers.
Hey, it's not poison. I'm still alive, right? Right? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. What'd you guys find? What'd you guys find in the room?
Just
not
these
much.
things,
Yeah.
and I pick up like one of the like flasks or whatever.
Yeah, and I found this. Is it a ticket stub or it was a matchbook, wasn't it? Yeah. Found this matchbook to this club, Wonderland, and this Alice in Wonderland book. So there's a lot of imagery going on that I'm picking up here. I think we should go to this club. I mean, this Harper girl seemed like she was a pretty prolific drug dealer. Hangs out at the Wonderland Club. If anyone's gonna know who killed her, then it's gonna be, some druggies hanging out there or gang connections. They always know who died and why.
Meta, would she have heard of Wonderland before?
Everybody knows of Wonderland. It's a very hopping. That time was not a pun intended. Totally applicable. It is a very well attended club. We're talking high end socialites go there. People who are known from out of town will go there because of the renown that this club has. However, there is an underlying sinking feeling that there are more criminal type activities that do happen. I would say probably Russell might know a little bit more specific. It would be something that would not be talked about publicly because they're trying to deal with the drug issue in the city. But he's not necessarily on the drug crimes unit side of things. He's more homicide. However, there's an overlap across investigations, obviously. So a lot of kind of back alley dealing can happen there, though it's not necessarily out on the open floor. However, again, it's just a known location where people have a tendency to look the other way. Again, it's all about having fun and having that pleasure and enjoyment and that very whimsical kind of feel of anything goes kind of deal.
Yeah. So Gibbs will say it's not like a haven for crime, but it's more like a bunch of hippies get together and take some mind-altering drugs and sip on a macchiato kale latte like Mr. Fantastic here.
When you say kale, I look over to Jack like, have you been there before?
Has Jack been there before?
I feel like
do you think he would go there? I mean, a lot of high class socialites would go there. So.
I think he probably would have tried to get in, and most likely been turned away because he's not important enough. But having said that, I mean, I know of it. It's I have friends who go there, and
I've
never wanted to go there myself.
I feel like then if there's like a socialite place, high end socialites, it's like, oh yeah, that place is groovy. It's real, like the music's great. People there are pretty cool. They're all real chill. Real chill. It's a really, really chill place. It's real cool.
Would you be able to get us in?
Probably.
With your name drop, you could
Less
definitely.
like a cop. Gibbs. May want to look. You may want to take the cop face off for a moment, though. Just saying.
Okay.
Just look at me and what I do. Just copy that.
Actually, that's actually really good advice there, Jack. Yeah.
Thank you.
Do what Jack does. Learn to smolder.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
So, I mean, we didn't find out too much. Met with her neighbor, Jeremy. Apparently, no one really sees her all that much around here. They primarily know her as Hopper. Whatever that means. Yeah, we didn't. I mean, Jack, did you find out anything when I wasn't in the room there?
That boy has magic fingers. He should be working at a high class kind of, wellness center, I think. I'll see what I can do about fixing him up, he's had some hard times.
Right. Well, it sounds to me like we need to get to this club and just find out who knows her, anyone that's her friend, anyone that she deals to, and just, feel it out a little bit.
What is Russell wearing?
He's wearing probably like a general sort of cop's outfit. So he's got like shirt. He's probably got like a really badly fit on tie. His hair's really messy. Bags under the eyes, badge on him, pistol on him, every bit the cop.
Okay. Lena will look at Russell and just kind of like, I am up and down like in a weird, like, really you can wear that? Listen, Russell, if we're going to this place, we need to blend in.
Wait,
what?
Israel's donation. Give Lena a mount, but it has to be a giant bunny. Madam Answer, I hand that to you to fit that in somehow.
Yep.
Dang it.
One more post-it note down. Here we go.
Amazing. Tommy, did you get your D10,000 roll there, my friend?
Yes, I did. 3,084.
Beautiful. Could you roll one for me? You can just do the up button, just like in Roll20. You can get on there. 3,024?
3,084.
84. I have to say. 3,084 for Shiyu. The next door opened by Shiyu opens to the middle of a battlefield.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Battlefield, the video game. There you go. You're welcome.
Solved. And then, what was my wild magic surge? I'm tabbing in and out here.
It's a battlefield.
Let's see. Did you roll one for me, Tommy? Or I can get one up real quick here.
That was me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Who was the other person who had one?
That's myself. I just got 500. Okay. Straight 500. I can see in total darkness if I have a banana in my pocket.
Okay.
Currently, I don't think I do, unless it's a very old banana that I have forgotten about. Nice and mushy.
Okay.
Wait, where are you rolling?
I wrote it in another side. I'm. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'll be in fancy grounds in a second.
It's rigged.
Okay. On rolls.org is where I rolled it.
So can the club be playing "Love Is a Battlefield"? And when I open the door,
I mean, that's totally appropriate. It's gonna be like a heavy, like hipster remix version, though, like with like
lots of
dubstep or something.
I was going to say you open up into a mosh pit. That's basically a battlefield.
Pretty much.
Can't confirm. I've gotten a bloody nose from a mosh pit and a busted lip. Good times.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll look at Russell and be like, I don't think you should go to the club looking like that.
Yeah, I agree with Lena. You're not.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, they're probably gonna know I'm a cop straight away. If you got anything, I got this, and I've got another set that looks just like this, and that's pretty much it. And I've got my my wedding suit.
Oh, sheesh. Oh,
Well,
that's.
I'm in my workout clothes. I should really go back and change. You could borrow one of my outfits.
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
Wonderful.
Should we all meet up, let's say 9 p.m. at the club? Because I would also like to change. And maybe,
yeah,
and then I look over to Dr. Shaw. He's just wearing a suit. He's looking fancy, right?
He's sort of like got a cheap suit on and sort of a doctor's smock over the top.
Maybe 2 people borrow one of my outfits.
Yeah, why don't we all go back to Mr. Fantastics and get a change of clothes?
You guys go there. I'll meet you at the club.
I'll also meet you at the club. I've got my own clothes that, like, I definitely wouldn't fit in anything that Jack wears.
Yeah, make sure you two turn up there.
Is there a problem with my attire?
I don't know where to begin, Doctor.
Doc, when you
It's
do
not
your
club appropriate.
when you do your skulking round, you don't do that in that full attire, right? Okay, you do. Okay.
Do you do anything for fun? Do you do anything for fun, Dr. Shaw?
Every morning, I take a 25-minute jog. It's
Oh,
good
God.
for the health and good for the endorphins in the body.
I imagine he does it in a full suit as well.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna guess that you have at least a decent dress shirt, right? Right? White, preferably.
I have my old parade outfit.
You know what does it look like?
Double-breasted, black, stainless steel shined buttons, 2 shoes, polished mirror shine, straight slacks.
I don't like any of those words.
Hips on one shoulder.
None of those
denoting
words.
medical.
You know, considering the people that this place attracts, that actually might not be so out of place as you think it might be.
It's like
just
so
wear
old,
just
it's
wear
like-
a nice white. You know, I'm assuming you've got a nice white button down to go underneath that. Just wear that and be ready to take off your jacket and, you know, leave like the first like 5 buttons unbuttoned and roll up your sleeves.
How will I put on my tie if the buttons are undone?
You don't wear the tie.
Just
Leave
wear
the
it,
tie
wear
at
it
home.
loose. Just wear it loose.
Or wear it loose.
He
Real
ends up
loose.
looking
That's
like
a-
Bowie
super
or
loose.
something.
That's a thing, isn't it? Like,
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That, I mean, no, looser, like down to almost where you're unbuttoned.
like a plunging neckline.
Yep. Keep going.
There you
Keep going. We'll work on that. You just get changed into your non-doctor clothes.
Okay. I can do that.
Awesome. Okay, so I actually think this is a fantastic time to do montages. If you guys want to look at the moves list, montages are a great way for character quote downtime. So right now it's still the middle of the day, so this is a good opportunity to show kind of like what people are doing in the middle of their day before 9 o'clock or whenever you guys go to the club. So there's a lot of opportunity here for Gibbs and Jack to have a co-montage essentially. So, Pretty Woman style, maybe. That I don't know.
yeah.
Who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know.
The bonding.
We can go through each person, kind of deal on. And if you're doing other things, so on the montages, if you guys want to look at the options, there's a few different things you can do. If you're not actually getting dressed and like want to do a whole scene around that, you can pick something alternative. So Yeah, so let's do who wants to go first? This is kind of however, basically what you're going to narrate your cinematic montage is how this works. So
okay, I'm just going to quickly
and basically talk about it.
Well,
yeah, but you're going to describe, and if you need to talk to somebody, you can use me if you need to, but yeah.
I think it looks like
yeah, so if I don't have to go to like a specific page, I could do it.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's so in Fantasy Grounds, I put the moves list for you guys. But so there, I'll read out the options for the viewers as well. So there's a giving attention to one of your logos themes, which is like your normal person theme, and that basically allows you to mark attention. So you could talk about what you're doing during your day that gives attention to your one of those themes. Alternatively, you could work the case if you're interested in maybe investigating some more specific things that you guys have found so far. You can individually go and do that and work the case and get 3 additional clues from me. The other thing you can do is exploring your mythos. So you guys have a mythos theme. You can explore that by basically you ask the question, which is your mystery, and then I will give you 1 clue with a method and source based on your description of how you go about exploring that. The other thing you can do is preparing for your next activity. I have a feeling that Jack and Gibbs are going to be doing this particular one, which is you tell us how you're preparing, and then you choose to either recover your burnt power tags, which I don't think is relevant in this case, or you gain 3 juice with a method based on that description. Juice is what you can use to apply statuses on other people that help you in the long run. So if you're maybe you want to deal with the bouncer in a specific type of way, you could have that 3 juice laying around to basically either like be, charmed or whatever status you apply to him, you can use your juice to do that. And then the last option is recovering from your last activity. If you have statuses that affect you, let's say you guys got into like a bar fight and you want to recover from any hits or bruises that you got from that, you could do a recover from your last activity to reduce those status tags essentially. So yeah, that's kind of what you can do. Does that help kind of give everybody a general overview on what happens when you montage?
I put them up for the chat to see as well. I think
I take silence as acceptance. So
yes. I think Jack and I will probably be preparing for our next activity.
So which of them do you think you would like to do as Lena?
Can I go back to the coffee shop to do more investigating?
Yes. Do you want to like work the case there?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Totally. 100%. Yeah. So tell me how you're going to do it. Like, what are you going to do while you're there to investigate?
Yeah. So Lena will get back to her coffee shop, and I'm assuming Chloe's back there because she had texted her.
Yes. Yeah. And then in the afternoon. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So after making sure that the coffee shop is, still running well and smooth, I'm gonna go back to the alley, and I'm gonna see if there's like a second set of footprints or anything out of place. I'm assuming the body is not there anymore.
No, the coroner has taken the body to the morgue. Yep.
Okay, cool.
To do the autopsy and all that jazz.
Yeah. So, how can I roll to see if there's like any other, other footprints that aren't
You wouldn't have to roll because this is a montage. You automatically will get 3 clues. So just tell me ask me pointed questions and I'll answer them truthfully.
Okay. Besides the broken teacup, was there anything else out of place?
There was nothing else out of place. The alley is how you expected it to be. That's the only thing that you guys physically found you specifically found was the matchbook, not the matchbook, sorry, the broken teacup. However, you will notice that there is a chain. It's not out of place. It looks like either it was thrown out or somebody dropped it. There's a chain that leads to something underneath the bottom of the garbage, the thing on wheels. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
the container.
The thing on wheels.
The thing that on wheels.
I know exactly what you mean.
That thing. That's what you guys call it, right? Every day.
The garbage thing on wheels?
Yeah. Yes. So if you grab that, it will have been, it turns out to look like a stopwatch, like a pocket watch. The glass has been shattered, and at the time that it stopped at was at 12. However, something unique that you find about this is that it's very intricate on the inside. Even with the glass shattered, you can still see that there's like a gear framework in the background that's been left exposed. And it seems like it shows a day and night type cycle. So behind, it would, if it were working, it would cycle based on the time of day. It would be like the moon or the sun, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And this one was the moon.
So it was moon, and it stopped at what time?
Midnight.
Midnight. All right. And is there anything else special about this watch, like a certain engraving?
On the back, there's a symbol of an hourglass engraved. It's hard to make out. It seems like it's been worn down quite a bit, but it's there.
Okay. I'm probably gonna go. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna put it in a napkin, and I'm just gonna like pocket it for now.
Okay.
And besides that, there was nothing else.
Nothing else out of place. No.
Okay.
We have two more
so
questions.
Lena. Oh. No pressure.
It doesn't even have to be physically on site. It could be other things that you do, like if you have access to a computer or like that kind of stuff, investigative wise.
Yes, I do. So I'm gonna go back to my house, to my loft, and I'm probably gonna research like pocket watches with like certain engravings, or if there's like a brand on it or something, some sort.
Gotcha. You kind of spend a couple hours, since you have quite a bit of time until 9 anyway, and you cannot find anything even remotely close to this type of watch. It's definitely either like an heirloom of some kind, original type of thing.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna research if there are any, I guess, watch stores or jewelers in town that might know about this.
Yeah, there's definitely, and I'll send you the name of the NPC, but you can go to the downtown district and have a conversation at some point with one of the custom watch makers, essentially, like somebody who repairs but also makes custom watches and like grandfather clocks, things like that.
Okay.
So
I guess after finding that, I'd probably head straight over.
Okay, cool. So we'll pause your montage here, and we can continue it after everybody else goes through theirs.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Who wants to go next?
Oh, we could go next.
All right. Do it.
So it looks like we want to prepare for our next activity and get some clothes. What does Jack's place look like?
His apartment is in kind of like a set of apartments on apartments, you know, like a little, it's got a little gate, you go in and then you walk up some stairs, almost like a motel looking. It's fairly small and very rundown looking. Inside, it's fairly bare, actually. The only thing he has is like, he has a closet full of very nice clothes, a whole load of like different types of shoes and all of this kind of thing, and then a really nice sound system. And obviously, you know, like some dumbbells and basic workout stuff as well. And when we come in, obviously put on some proper techno, you know, like well, it's a fashion thing, isn't it? You know, we're about to pimp up my policeman.
Yeah, Gibbs is like, is that necessary? Just need to get some clothes and we can get out of here.
Well, we've got to find the right clothes first.
Is that gonna be difficult?
Absolutely. And then he swings open his cupboard. There's just like lots of shiny clothes, and you know, like, well, take your first pick.
He like grabs something off the rack because I imagine they are all like neatly, you know, racked and ordered, probably from one color to the next, you know, like a color chart. He'll just grab something that looks as plain as possible, which is probably not a lot in Mr. Fantastic's wardrobe.
No. It's my
Pretty shiny.
What sorry, I can't remember the name of it. It's the John Travolta film where he's dressed in like, you know, he does the "You should be dancing" and he's got the dance scene with the like white and black suit thing. Anyone got that for me?
Yeah, like Saturday
Night Fever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's very snazzy, like slightly vintage, and it's like white with like a black shirt underneath, and it's kind of a vest type thing. Good choice, and that'll look good on you.
Maybe something a little less. Just a little
Saturday Night
less.
Fever.
Right. I don't know if that's really my style. I mean, this club is like, you know, I want to blend in. I don't want to be seen. Is there something
Blend
I
in,
can wear?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, yes. And so Jack comes in, goes in, and pulls out this kind of like very, very sparkly. It looks like a glitter ball, you know, one of those disco balls, like reflective surface. Probably purple and red, I'd say. How's this?
It'll have to do.
Sorry. Beautiful. Here you are. Give it a try.
Yeah. He kind of like puts it on, and it's like, God, if my wife and kids could see me now. Okay, let's just get this over with. What are you wearing?
I've already thought about that. Give me 30 minutes. I'll be ready. Don't worry. You know. Do you need like oil and glitter or anything like that?
Why would I? No, I don't. Do I? Do you? Why? What do you use them for?
Oh, you know, just like get in the swing of things, or you know, oil muscles and.
I don't want your oil.
No,
or your glitter. No,
I don't mind sharing. You know, it's you seem like a nice guy.
I don't want to share oil with you, Mr. Fantastic. Thank you, though.
Fair enough, Mr. Gibbs.
Let's just keep our own oil to ourselves.
Okay. So Jack starts stripping down next to the closet and trying on a few.
Gibbs is like, you know, he's in some shit, but he doesn't want to see this, so he'll just sort of like turn around and help himself to a beer from the fridge. You want one?
No, it's fine. I want to be on top shape for going to this, meeting all these people, and you know, networking, everything.
Right. Yeah, me too. Not yet on board with the whole dancing thing, but
Sorry.
yeah, it's okay. You put some clothes on while you do that.
Yes. Jack finishes oiling himself off, you know, just and picks up I think matching colors with Russell Gibbs, not like the reflective mirror ball that he has on, but yeah, kind of snazzy dress suit, I think.
we look like Kiss right now as we come out. And Gibbs just feels really uncomfortable and super, you know, anxious about how he looks. It's like, oh, let's just get in the car before anyone sees me.
Looking good, Gibbs. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. I'll drive.
Can I choose music?
No. There's no music.
Oh.
The radio was all busted up, ever since that last track. They have the most awkward, silent drive.
Yeah, just hitting that.
That's amazing.
Jack's probably humming to himself a little bit, though.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming up. I want the world to know.
Hey, you're getting oil on my seats. Did you really need to use that much?
Yes.
This whole thing is going to be glittery, but fine.
So, are you with your police cruiser, or are you using your regular car?
Yeah, he's got like a clapped up banger sort of old car. That
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thing is, we're undercover now.
Yes. All right, cool. Who wants to go next? So you guys have 3 juice for each of you. I'm not gonna make you split it, so you can use that.
I'm not splitting any juice with you, Jack. That's not happening. No.
It's kale.
No kale.
Kale juice.
So, when Dr. Shaw gets back to his apartment, he will open the door, turn and close it, take one of the final notice due things off of the pinboard he pinned up this morning, make a few quick calls, and then shred that ticket. He will pour himself a glass of water, peel an apple, and eat the apple, cutting it into chunks first. He will then think a while about how he is going to look less doctory. And he realizes the only option he has is to put on his old military outfit. So I'm going to use this montage to give attention to one of my logos.
Okay.
The 43rd one. As he goes upstairs, removes his trousers and puts them on the trouser press for the next day, unbuttons his tie and hangs it up so it hangs straight, removes his jacket and shirt, puts his smock in the wash to be collected. He gets them all washed externally. And he turns to his wardrobe. Now, when he opens his wardrobe, it is also color-coded. All colors are together, all sizes are together, but they are black and white. Those are his colors. So he goes to the left, he pulls out his old military uniform, which is his parade uniform, with black with silver buttons down the front, puts a white shirt on with a black tie underneath, does the buttons all the way up so that the tie is only just visible underneath the double-breasted buttons, unpops the shoulder strap, takes his blue sash, puts it on over and does the button back up again. Takes his fresh slacks with a blue stripe down the side like a dinner jacket slacks and puts those on too. Does his jacket up, does his shirt up, make sure everything's tied correctly. Takes his belt, which is a white belt, one of the tight-fitting military-style belts that goes high around the waist, and he will do that up as tight as he possibly can. And the final piece, he takes his wide-brimmed hat from the top with a duck beak. I forgot what that is called. Trim cap with like the laurel leaf motif on. He'll sort of make sure it's straight. And he's ready. He just looks at his shoes, makes sure they're extremely polished, which of course they are, because he wouldn't have put them away if they weren't. And he's ready to head back. He's probably got a lot of time, so he'll just start making calls to probably more Bill notice people.
Do you think that he would have moments of remembrance from the 43rd?
Do you know what? Yes, actually. As when CU said earlier that anything that doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Hezekiah went a bit quiet after that because he knows that is not necessarily true, and he has been thinking since then about the events of his past that defined his exit from the military into doctoring. And yeah, he takes a moment whilst trying to distract himself, perhaps while he's eating the apple, perhaps while doing other things, to try not to dwell on that too much.
Okay, awesome. Cool. Yeah, go ahead and mark attention to that logos theme. And what's next? We got C.
Yep. Okay. So she sort of goes home, and he's first got to like get in touch with work and with his friend Zavi, who runs the Dumpling Foundation, and it's just like sort of explaining what's happening, and she's probably not really getting it, but she understands that he's very eccentric, so like she's just like, yeah, whatever, okay, you do you. And then he opens up his wardrobe, which is like, it's not color coded because it is just all over the place. It's like there's just all sorts of different wacky outfits, and I think he knowing that Shaw is probably going to be wearing his military uniform, gets out this one outfit that is basically a military uniform, but it's like, as Shiyu is very extra, this uniform is super extra. It's like a light purple, again, a double-breasted jacket, but it's got like a high collar on it, and it's got all these like, and there is a very specific outfit I am referencing from G-Dragon for this, if anyone wants to look it up. And it's got sort of like all these like chains like latched from like corner to corner, and like all these large insignias on it. And it also includes like sort of like old-fashioned military riding pants. I believe they were called jadpurs, where they're like puffy at the top and then tapered down, and then you wear sort of long boots with them. And he's got a faux military cap sort of tilted on the side of his head, and I think he's got his hair mostly up in a bun, in sort of a bun like underneath it, and he's got this very noticeable ear cuff on his right ear, and it is very sparkly, and it's like flowers and flower motifs all down his ear. And yeah, I think Shiyu is just getting ready for the next event.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, he is super extra.
Okay, cool. So that's 3 juice then. Is there anything else that you wanted to do for preparation wise?
I mean, no, I think it's been a while since he's been to a club, so I think he's just taken the extra time, like really making sure the cuffs are all right and like everything's just right where it is. So I think he's lost himself sort of in the getting ready for the club.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, cool. All right, cool. So you got 3 juice. There is a technically you're supposed to choose from the improvements, but I don't have that page open right now, so we'll jump to that in a second. But that's for the 3 guys who have juice. But we'll talk about that in just a second. Let's swing over to Lena, who is about to be leaving her residence to go to the watchmaker. While you're walking out, like as you're walking out, you open the door and there is a giant stuffed bunny rabbit sitting on the front porch. It's just sitting. There's no information.
I kind of look around to see if anybody is there. Like I just kind of inspect it, like, what is this? And then I'll bring it in my house and I'll take a look at it a little bit more.
Okay.
Close the door, and then her being paranoid because she's seen too many detective movies and horror movies, She's gonna look into the eyes and see if there's like cameras in there.
Okay.
Is there a note anywhere? And I like move him like around.
Mm-hmm.
See if
It's
anybody left a note.
insanely oversized. It's just like hard to handle. You could barely get it through the door. There is nothing suspicious about the bunny. It's just a very fluffy stuffed animal. But there's no note, so that's also kind of strange. So
yeah. I wonder if Chloe said this to me as a prank. You know what? I don't have time for this. I will come back to that. And then I'll kind of look at it before closing the door to leave. And then I'll just close the door, shake it off. And then, what time is it right now?
Right now it's probably around 7. So you
7?
might not. Yeah, you may get to the watchmaker. It depends on how long he's open for. You'd probably be wrapping up the close of business kind of deal.
Okay, I'm gonna risk it. So I'm gonna run down to this watchmaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are going downtown. Lena, obviously you're downtown first. Would you say that your loft is probably pretty close to downtown?
Yeah. Sorry. Hold on.
Angry dogs in downtown.
The dog wants to go downtown. It's like, yes, go downtown. Yeah, so you get down there. Downtown is just about, the sun is starting to set completely now at this point. And with all the skyscrapers, it's already pretty dark, kind of blocking out the light. So when you get there, unfortunately, the shop is closed. However, you do notice that there's a lot of unique, like in the windows when you get there, like the windows show different displays. There's a lot of hand-carved clocks. It's very obvious that they're handmade. Not so much pocket watch immediately available, but they probably would not be displaying smaller, watches just in case somebody were to break the window or whatever else it was. But definitely the larger clocks, like the grandfather clocks, and there's no cuckoo clocks, but there's definitely more unique, like table type clocks with intricate filigree and all that detailing. So you'll note that the name on the watch store is the Rosenberg Watches and Clocks, and the proprietor is it says Aaron Rosenberg. Okay. Well, seeing as he's closed, she's gonna run back to her loft and get ready for the club. Okay.
Cool. So probably just wear a black kind of flowy dress with like small little straps, kind of like a weird cut, like it's cute, it's black, it's flowy, it's kind of sparkly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so at this awesome. Okay, cool. So you guys are, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit here to get you guys to the club. As we're going to downtown, I'm gonna do a little narrative description for the audience and you guys, so you can kind of set the scene here, get the mood going for the downtown. So, with that said, downtown. By day, it was pretty much just a hustle and bustle kind of city. I kind of think very Clockwork Toy City. Everybody's constantly moving. There's a sense of hurriedness around. But at night, the neon signs and billboards really shine. The area around, there's so much visual stimuli of different signs and videos playing on these different billboards and signs. The downtown area is a kind of where people go to kind of seek a release that's been built up over time during the day. And it really, while the hustle and bustle doesn't necessarily die down, it definitely changes in direction. you're going to find a lot of cabarets, nightclubs, lots of trendy bars that are always pretty much at full capacity in the evening. There's lots of fancy restaurants, theaters, cinemas, opera houses. Downtown is a city in itself, really. It's the center of all the activity. And it definitely has its perks for the more wealthy crowd. So while there's entertainment for everyone, depending on what you can afford, you may have access to private parties. Obviously, the expensive drugs come into play here. A lot of high-class prostitution also is a commonplace found in downtown areas. And it gets darker and darker in the alleys at night as well. And so we make our way to you all arriving on the scene of the Wonderland Club. This club is lit up just as neon and bright as everything else, but this one is way trippier. Some of the signs and symbols are upside down and in different directions. There's this kind of physical adjustment of the architecture to make it seem like things are warping a little bit, to give that feel of, we're in Wonderland now. And there is a VIP section where there are VIPs being let in by a bouncer, and then there's a more open area where the line is significantly longer in the main entrance of the club.
So as we meet up, Gibbs feels very self-conscious as he steps out of the car, wearing this full, oily, glittery suit, just from being in proximity to Mr. Fantastic as they get out of the car, and looks at... Presumably we're meeting up here, right, Meta, with the group of us are here? I look at the others and say, don't, it's... Yeah, I'm just undercover, okay, so we don't have to make any comments about the oil or the glitter.
Dr. Shaw probably would have turned up slightly earlier than everyone else. He would have been marching there, maybe got there precisely 2 minutes before we agreed to meet up. And you step out of the car, he will just be giving you this appraising look with a sneer. You've done very well.
Are you trying to smile?
No. And he's literally full. Like, he couldn't look smarter if he tried. Like.
Yeah. Well, Shiyu, good to see you. Lena, glad you could make it.
I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, you're looking good there, Gibbs. It's like you got the Jack treatment there.
The full fantastic.
Yep. Full fantastic. Yep.
I don't feel fantastic, but sure.
Give it time. You'll grow into it.
Dr. Shaw, I hope you don't mind, but I sort of took a beat on your sort of military look, and I thought, you might fit in a little bit better if we had something going here, like a theme. So yeah.
Yes, you're very resourceful. I'm sure that will come in handy.
Maybe we're just all friends looking for a good time in the club, looking to just feel fantastic.
Shiyu is definitely walking up to the VIP entrance way.
The MVP entrance.
MVP. Gonna be the MVP.
That's me.
All right, cool. Who else is going with him, or are you like, what's the plan here with everybody?
Yeah, I'll probably go follow him.
If Shiyu starts walking, I'll march behind him, like trying to match his stride.
Jack's going to follow Shiyu and
all right,
and start trying to copy what he like, his kind of affectations and manner and everything.
Which is literally just you being real casual, like even though he's dressed up super extra.
Basically, if she strikes a pose, Jack's gonna strike that pose.
Okay. I love it. I love it so much.
Method acting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Are you invoking a weakness right now?
Yep.
Okay. I'll keep that. Let me know when you're doing that.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, I mean, she is just gonna walk up to the bouncer there.
Okay. The bouncer is actually a woman. She's a very tall woman, well built, and she's got a short haircut, kind of pulled back a little bit, but the ponytail is almost non-existent because her hair is so short. And she's got she's a brunette, and she's got really sharp, piercing blue eyes, and she's kind of just standing there very stoically with her arms crossed. Her attire is fairly simple. She has like the pleather leggings and some really cool looking boots for the fashion forward group members. She has a simple black t-shirt on with the white rabbit as a logo.
I'm like wearing the almost exact same outfit as her, and I feel very conscious of this. I hang out in the back behind everyone else.
I mean, she's just gonna go up. It's like, I wouldn't know the bouncer, would I? Any
Probably not this particular one. They do change them out. Like different nights and all that stuff. So
yeah, it's like, hey, got heading in. I'm Park Shiyu. They're all with me.
they're all Park Shiyu?
No, I'm Park Shiyu. There's only one Park Shiyu. That's me. They're with me. They're my party. They're my entourage.
I'm a doctor.
I always need a doctor on hand. It's pretty smart. You know what goes on in there. You never know when you need a doctor.
Make a convince roll for me.
Okay. So I am going to use names open doors.
Okay.
Charming.
Okay.
Can I use beautiful as well?
Absolutely.
I don't know if is this a situation. I don't know if this is a situation where shared determination as a motivation would work.
I mean, you tell me. Is Shiyu like really determined to get into this club?
No, I think he just expects it.
Okay.
So I don't think it's really determination.
Okay.
I think that's about it.
Okay. What about any weaknesses that you think are applicable?
No, I don't think. The only one that I think would apply would be overeager, but that's generally when it comes to helping people. So I don't think it would apply in this situation. And unless you want to invoke
No, I'm gonna let you. I just wanted to remind you guys to keep it at the forefront of your mind. But you tell me. Yeah. And if I'm very adamant about something, I'll just tell you that I'm definitely gonna invoke a weakness. But
okay, then right if you're not gonna invoke it,
the bouncer is just doing their job, so I don't think there's an immediate threat to you guys. So yeah, let's do a 3 power tag convince roll.
And that's 2d6.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a 9.
Very good. All right. So on a 9. On a 7 and 9, first of all, obviously, you're going to choose a relevant status with tier equal to your power. So a tier 3 status of whatever you want to call it. Maybe it's charmed, maybe it's something else, or convinced even. And if you do decide to do anything else, they're going to continue to do their job. So if you're trying to do anything beyond just getting in, essentially.
I mean, I think I'd like Charmed just so that I could possibly use that to my advantage later, if necessary. So, you know, I think she's got a dazzling smile. Like, he's real easy to like. He's really easy to like. So, very laid back, very chill.
Okay, cool. So as she's like standing there and you're kind of giving this talk, she's like, oh, you? Oh my God, yes. And she like completely opens up. She's like, I love your outfit. And she just her smile on her face, like you went from this stoic a bouncer to a very friendly, almost social relationship here. But then she looks at Jack and she goes up and slaps him right in the face.
Oh,
how dare you?
Oh, no.
How dare you?
I may need more information than what I currently have.
I might have deserved that one.
I'm also curious. Do you know each other?
Maybe.
Well, we only went on a date that he stood me up on, so I don't know.
Jane.
You're an asshole.
Sarah.
Is he actually with you? Are you serious,
Sarah.
Shu?
I step in and I'm gonna be like, you need somebody that could treat you better. And then I like give him a look. Damn it!
I'm being attacked by dogs!
I look at this situation, which is going south very quickly. Gibbs is no stranger to undercover work, so he he sighs to himself for a moment and just takes Mr. Fantastic's hand and says, there's a reason why he never went on that date. It's because, you know, I can't make myself say it because it's so strange, even to me.
I see.
On a great many levels. But love is love, you know?
It's true. I can't hide these feelings any longer.
Please try.
Why didn't you just say something, Jack? You didn't have to stand me up.
I'm sorry, Sarah. It's just... I wanted to hide who I was. I wanted to run away from these feelings, but this man, this wonderful man...
Thanks for the host here. Appreciate it.
Gibbs. Russell Gibbs, beautiful. Just drew me in with his eyes and his soul, and... I'm sorry.
She has got big eyes at this point. He's like...
So I'm gonna let you guys do an assisted roll here for convince.
Okay.
And basically the way it's gonna work is one of you, whoever wants to roll can roll, but the other one can add a power tag that's applicable to the roll.
Okay, also thank you to Lord Arnia for that huge host and raid. Appreciate it, Tia. How you doing? Welcome in, everybody. Playing City of Mist. Check it out. That was a good time. Alright, you need me to power tag. Ooh.
So who's gonna roll the convince? Also, if Lena still wants to do something, she can, because the bouncer is still very offended right now and like not sure how she should feel, if she should be happy or not for them.
I think Jack should roll the
But she was
convince.
letting us in, right?
Well, she wasn't gonna let Jack in. That's what they're rolling for right now, is to let Jack in.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I'll wait until they do the roll.
Okay.
Yeah, if... Jack, you should probably roll this one.
Yeah.
Rose, I'm not very convincing. Do I get to add a power tag, did you say, Meta?
You can, if there's an applicable power tag, you would add it to, he would add it as like a +1 for his.
I have a power tag, unsuspecting. People don't suspect me of things.
Okay, yeah. She has no reason to think that you would lie. I get it. You can get behind that.
I can't see any power tags to add here, really. I I could see 2 weaknesses that work, but I can't see.
Yeah.
I can't see any power tags that I could really put in here. So weaknesses, you got can't improvise and method acting.
Oh god. Yep.
And both of those kind of fit in this situation, I think.
Yeah, so you're at a -1 right now.
Amiable? Like people like him?
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're at a straight
Back to
2d6
0.
right now.
Sweet.
Yep.
And I kind of thought maybe I could use amplify emotions until she was really pissed off with me. So punching bag in case she starts hitting me.
You'll deal with that if you have to face danger. Yes.
I'm guessing my celebrity contacts one, the like fact that I know famous people doesn't really help me here either.
Not in this case, no.
So yeah, I have nothing.
2d6.
Maybe you should have rolled.
Maybe you can do it.
You get the one. You get a +1 from me, right?
Yeah, that's with the +1.
Oh yeah.
Because weaknesses cancel it out.
Yeah, that's right.
It's okay.
It'll be fine.
No,
Great. Yep. So chat's correct in this prediction. She just looks at you and stares you down, looks you up and down, and she's like, "Oh, really? Prove it."
I show my wedding ring. Look.
Did it work?
Y'all go kiss.
I show her a wedding ring and like, look, it's it's official.
Just a ring? You think that's going to be enough to convince me?
I was certainly hoping it would, yes, because I mean, what are we talking about here?
Well, if you enjoy each other's company so much that you have to stand me up, Jack, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
He looks towards Jack
we're
with this like
missing some
dread
good
look.
songs.
It's like
Come on,
in
show her.
it's that bit in The Office where Michael Scott is wants to kiss him. So and he's like leans in a little bit.
She was waiting in anticipation.
Stop! Look, I did it.
The bouncer just starts chuckling, and she's like, "Okay, asshole, whatever. That was worth it. Go inside."
Thank you. Jenny.
She just like
Does she
shakes
have a
your head
name
at
tag?
you. Oh no,
Please
no, the
say she
bouncer
doesn't have a name tag. That would be
Yeah,
horrible.
she does not. No.
After everyone else has sort of gone in, she's just like, "I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize that you guys had a thing. I'm doing a favor for. You ever heard of Jean-Claude Van Damme? I'm kind of doing a favor for him, and
Yeah.
asked me to take this kid out, show him
Yeah.
around a little
Jack
bit.
is his stunt double or whatever, but
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. If you ever need me to do anything for you, like, just let me know.
yeah, no worries.
you know-
It's fine.
Yep. Just
Are
like
you
thanks.
asking him out?
No. He's like, if there's anything you need, feel free to ask me. Thanks again, and he'll head in after the group.
So I think Lena would wait for you, and then I would look at the bouncer and be like, "I think you could do better," and I'll wink at her and just go in.
She has a smirk on her
Sorry.
face.
As everyone heads in, I would like to stand, probably looking pretty creepy and as usual, and just sort of announce to her, quiet enough that no one else can hear, I am here to talk about Hopper.
You say this to the bouncer?
Yeah.
She like kind of glares at you. She's significantly taller, so she's like looking down and glaring. And
Hezekiah Shaw, your boss may want to speak to me.
if you head inside and go for the office, maybe he will.
Thank you, my dear.
Second floor.
Gives her a look which says, "I'm going to eat you."
All right.
And then Hezekiah
So you
will go
guys-
ahead and...
Yeah,
indeed,
okay.
sorry.
So you're inside and it is loud. It is super loud. The music is going crazy. Very much that club dance music. And if you're not right next to each other, it's very hard to hear anybody talking. However, it's very obvious that there are a few areas, especially since you guys went in through the VIP route. There are sectioned off places throughout this part. It's like a mid-level almost, where there's stairs that go down and there's stairs that go up. The stairs that go up is very obvious. That's where the office that she was referring to is, Shaw. And then downstairs is the main dance floor where all the rest of the people are. And the VIP section that goes down, like out of there to downstairs, is roped off. And there is another bouncer that's standing there, basically preventing other people from going upstairs unless they're VIP. And when you're going through, you do get a stamp. Everybody does get a stamp, and it looks like a white rabbit under the LED light or the black lights. And so that's where you guys go in. There's a few, social lights in different areas. They're dancing in their private section there, and like there's like a girls' night group. There's a bunch of guys just drinking with the table service and just hanging out, enjoying the view. And there's a few other people that are kind of standing amidst the VIP sections and conversing as best as they can. Though obviously they're probably not having real conversations because it's really hard to hear anybody at all. And then the rest of the dance floor. Are there what?
Go-go dancers?
There are no go-go dancers as of present.
Not lit.
Not lit. Not lit.
Yeah.
But the main dance floor is very, very crowded. Even as early as it is, it's super crowded already.
Yeah. Is there an open table lounge area?
There is, yes.
Okay. You will definitely make his way there, sort of gesturing for the rest of them to follow him.
Yeah.
Banging. Real banging. And he'll just gesture for the rest of them to follow him, and then he'll sort of make himself comfortable, sort of like one leg up on the other, like hands on the knees, like lounging, and hopefully everyone else follows him.
Sure.
Jack does the same thing and copies the hands on the knees.
Yeah, like Gibbs isn't sure if that's a thing, so sort of half does it as well. This is what people do. I haven't been to a club in 20 years.
So, what's the plan?
We gotta
Needs to blend
find.
in.
We gotta find Harper's friends or Harper's boss. She must have had a boss.
If you like, I can ask the management if they recognize her.
Okay.
Sure, are they gonna talk to you?
No, I'm not gonna walk with you.
I said, are they going to talk to you?
Why are you asking me for talk? No.
I can be most persuasive.
What?
Persuasive.
Okay.
This is basically how people are in clubs.
I know, it's great. I love that you guys are repeating this part.
We're really so bad. There's no.
10 out of 10 RP.
Yes, definitely. I am crying. Good stuff.
What are all your phone numbers? We should probably get a group chat going.
It's that bit in Ocean's 11 where he's like, the greatest night of my life, and he's like, what? And he's like, I'm running away with your wife. And he's like, oh, great. Go talk to someone. Shout at the dog.
I'm gonna go get drinks for us.
There's
Yes,
a private bar
hydration
in
is
the
very
area.
important.
Kale martini, please.
I already knew you were gonna ask for that.
I'll have a kale and coke, please. A double kale and
Yeah.
coke.
Oh god.
Water, sealed.
Diet.
I'll get like the healthiest drink, kale martini, yes, that I could find for him. I'll order like whiskey straight for Gibbs. I'll order kind of a fruity but kind of strong drink for Shiyu. And I'll also order something sweet for myself. And then for Dr. Shaw, I'll probably get some vodka.
Give me
Yeah,
the
I'll bring it
opposite
back.
of his. The opposite of kale.
I already left.
So like a
I hear
hamburger.
you.
I think he wants a dark ale.
I'm gone.
She's already gone.
It's like, yeah.
Why do you want a whale?
I've always wanted to know how it tasted.
No, this isn't the
Love.
9 Inch Nails.
I love that he knows her 9-inch the 9-inch nails.
Okay.
Yeah, I come back and give everybody the drinks that I ordered for them.
Cool.
And then just
All right. Yeah, so basically, once you've ordered your drinks, the bartender lets you know that the waitress will, like, now that they know where you guys are situated, they'll come over with the drinks. You don't have to like physically bring them yourself. So,
Hey, I'm gonna follow the duck. I'm gonna.
duck?
That's right, yeah. And I'm gonna follow the duck. And
What are you trying to swallow?
I think he's following a duck.
I'm gonna follow Dr. Shaw and just sort of like very awkwardly try and like dance his way through the crowd, like real dad dancing.
oh god.
Shaw's just gonna beeline for the stairs, walking very straight, usual good posture, slight march, can't ever quite drop it.
There's a few people that are noticing you doing this, Shaw, and they're trying to like dance in like this upright fashion to mimic your marching, and it's not working well.
Barely notices them, maybe a sneer, and
Okay.
then straight up to the stairs. Did you say there was a bouncer?
Yes, there's a bouncer to the stairs, like at the top of the stairs.
At the top. Okay, so he's just going to walk up.
Yeah, the club's downstairs, sir.
Shaw is just going to stare at him. And I'd like to try and... Can I try and stare him down as a convince action? Is that something I can do?
It's a good question. Are you gonna use your abilities?
A ton of abilities and a ton of weaknesses.
Why don't you go toe to toe?
Sorry, let me just remind myself how that one goes.
No, it's so basically you're using your abilities to overcome something or someone in a struggle for control. In this case, the control is who is more intimidating, and then you can describe how you're going to do this through your power tags, and then I will say this is the status that you give them or whatever else it is.
Okay. So like I said, there's several logos in Mythos.
Cool.
I'd like to use my Grim Determination and Fearsome from the Survivor of 43rd logos.
Okay.
I'd also like to put the Weakness, Nightmares, and Flashbacks from all the loud noises reminding me of the battleground from that same logos.
Yep.
I'm going to try and creep people out and seem dangerous from the PTSD player card.
Okay. Is that 1 or 2?
That's 2.
Okay. So 3?
Well, like creep people out is one and appearing dangerous is another one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to use my Dreadful Appearance from the Deimos, the god of dread, Mythos, but also use my Superiority Complex Weakness.
Okay, so 3 power tags on the roll. Cool. I like it. Make sure you mark attention on the themes where you invoke weaknesses. Oof. Yikes. Okay, so this is a miss, unfortunately. However, they're going to basically counter your Intimidate with a more Intimidate. So basically, you kind of stare them down, and the guy is just... He makes you feel a little bit uneasy. It's almost like the feeling that other people get around you, you're getting from him.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know, the booms are making me twitch a little and throwing me off my game. Mm-hmm. I would like to talk to someone about Hopper. I have news.
Hopper hasn't been around here in a while.
Yes. As I say, I have news.
Let me see if the boss is available. Wait here. And he turns around, knocks on the door, waits for some kind of a response that's inaudible to you, and the door creaks open and he kind of slips in like halfway, and then comes back out and turns to you and he motions you over.
So Hezekiah will walk up, keeping his head held high despite feeling slightly put out by his failed intimidation check.
So as since you did fail that and this is a good toe-to-toe, I'm going to give you a status tag of embarrassed. So it's just going to be a -1 to a roll unless you can counter it.
Okay.
Or intimidated, whichever you prefer as far as adjectives go. But yeah, so basically when a status or story tag like that is basically a modifier to your roll, just like your own story tags or weakness tags are. So
Gibbs would just like to be watching this exchange from a distance, just to confirm his suspicions or confirm what Dr. Shaw told him, that he does have contacts with these people.
Yeah, you saw Shaw visibly get irritated, like his posture just for a split second. It wasn't much, but just enough, since you're focused on him. Changes very slightly as he recorrects himself before he goes forward.
If I get a chance while he does this scene, I'd just like to head outside and just run a check on Shaw to see if we have anything on him, like any previous.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
But
what is everybody else doing while Shaw is upstairs?
Shiyu is sort of just leaning back, sipping his drink, and he started taking a lay of the land. He's seeing who's here, if he knows anyone here, seeing if anyone approaches him, that sort of thing. He's just kind of taking it easy, looking, just trying to look at ease.
Okay. Cool. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jack. Can Jack get outside, into a quieter area? Is there a outside?
There's probably an enclosed patio that you guys can get to. That's only VIP though. Yeah.
So Jack's gonna go outside and very quickly call. It's Tristan.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna call Tristan.
Is he like a bro? Am I reading him correctly? Like he's more like a bro, right? Okay.
Yeah, he's bro.
Okay. Okay. We'll do that scene in just a second. Lena, are you doing anything while you're sitting there waiting for people to do their stuff? Shiyu seems to be scoping the place for people, and Jack just left to go to the patio.
Yeah, I'd probably look around while I'm drinking, see if anybody looks suspicious. Or because she kind of feels like she was targeted because it happened in her coffee shop. So somebody gives me like a weird look, she would maybe investigate.
Okay.
Not weird like, ew, your outfit. Or like, she's here.
Not a girl dirty look, but an actual suspicious look. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's resolve Jack's scene real quick, and then because Shaw's scene might be a little bit longer, so I want to resolve Jack's scene. So you're gonna give your buddy a call.
Yeah.
He picks up. Hey, Jack, how's it going?
Tristan, I got into Wonderland.
Say what?
Yeah, I got into Wonderland. Yeah, I met these crazy people.
How'd you do that?
I don't know, like, there was a dead body.
Oh, you're John from Club Van Damme. Do they believe you? Yeah.
Huh? No. I didn't do that this time. They didn't believe me last time, so I didn't think I could get yeah.
What happened? What are you doing there? Why are you there?
I don't know, we're looking into something about a dead body. Like, I'm working with the police, kind of. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. Like, I met, you know, the Parks? Is it the Parks? The really rich, like, family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there's some like spoiled little rich boy. You know, I kind of got in with him.
You are. Appreciate it.
All right, that's cool, digging in.
Yeah. You know, you may be able to get in if you go to the VIP and say you know me. The lady there loves me. She'll probably let you in.
All right, yeah, I'll do some name drops.
shot.
I'm down for that. Yeah, no shame. I got this.
Yeah, wonderful. I'll see you in a bit.
Cool. And he hangs up
Bye,
the
peace. That's gonna be
All
fun for him. It's just a prank, bro.
Okay, so let's swing up into for Shiyu and Lena. If you guys want to make investigation rolls, you can to get some specific information. Just tell me what you're gonna do for that.
What would I use for investigation? Since I'm not really going out to like talk to people right now. I mean, I think I would use contacts in every neighborhood and that he knows people.
Okay.
I mean, after a little while, he would probably go out and mingle with people and on the dance floor. So, I could probably use charming for that.
Okay.
Or is this just purely like? I mean, I guess this is like a period of time that's passing that he's doing the investigating, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So charming. Do names open doors? He's a park. He's fairly recognizable.
Oh, are we doing a weakness tag there?
Yes.
Okay, so 3.
I think so. I'm going to use contacts in every neighborhood, charming, beautiful, and names open doors. I'm going to use disgrace to the family, a weakness, and easily fooled.
Okay, so 2 power tag roll.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, make sure you guys are marking your attention each time you're using a weakness from a theme book.
That is going to be a 9.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So on an investigate for a 9, on a 7 and 9, you also will choose. Basically, it's a 1-to-1, so you can ask me 2 questions, pointed questions, and I will give you 2 clues or solid answers. And then on a 9, since you rolled a 9, you may either be exposed to danger, Some of the clues might be a little bit incomplete or fuzzy, or no, I'm not going to do the third one. So pick one or the other. Either you're going to be exposed to danger, or you're going to get more incomplete.
I think he's going to get some incomplete information.
Okay.
Like, I think that goes with the sort of easily fooled, and
Yes.
maybe people don't open up as easily because some of the people here know his reputation with his family.
Right. Right.
So, as the black sheep. So, I think there's that. I think the first one is, who's the savviest drug dealer here? Is that a question I can ask?
Yeah, I mean, savvy, maybe not so much, but I think you could be, I would give you identifiable markers on certain people who are definitely either able to access drugs here, like in the VIP section, or deal them themselves. So I would say there's probably 2 people here in the VIP section, one each, that one of them is probably a dealer, and one of them is amongst that group of guys that was sitting and hanging out drinking, and then there's another one, most likely somebody who is getting drugs, and it's a group of like men and women that are kind of hanging out together, and they're dancing and all this stuff, but one of them appears to be maybe like giving drugs to people, and it might have been just like they got some recently and are now distributing amongst their friends, not so subtly.
And
then one more question.
And then I want to know. Let's see. I sort of know that. What is the say, figure out what's the popular drug the kids do these days?
I don't know, you tell me.
What is everyone
time for clear narration?
Oh boy. Phew.
Alice.
That's a pretty good name. I mean, it's probably a hallucinogenic of some sort. Definitely.
Yeah, like an upper.
Yeah, definitely an upper because it's a club, and I think it. Oh God, what does it cause you to see?
Rabbits.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about something along the lines of Wonderland. So like, I think I think people see. Yeah, I think people see like, sort of rabbits and I don't know, like things that are very Alice in Wonderland. So like card soldiers and stuff like that. Yeah, and. Yeah, it just makes you see some sort of fantastical stuff. It makes you see other people, I think, as sort of more fantastical, I think.
Okay, I see, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, instead of just seeing random things, you see other people as, like, different creatures and stuff like that.
So what's your name for it?
Oh, God.
I like Alice.
Yeah, let's go with Alice. That's a good name. I think, yeah.
It's like Molly,
Alice is a good name.
You know?
It's like Molly.
That was my thought.
Fair enough. Yeah, so, yep, then definitely people distributing that. The effects obviously vary from person to person. However, if you're going to do something else more specific with that information, let me know. But yeah, you can. I'll confirm that they are just, people. There are some people that are definitely on that drug right now.
All right. Cool. Cool.
All right, and Lena, your investigations.
I'll probably kind of go on the dance floor with him as well.
Okay.
And kind of look around to see if there's anybody staring at me in that weird way that I was telling you about.
Right. So, what are you rolling for your investigation?
I'm gonna be. I'll probably do this dexterous. Would that work? Maybe.
Maybe. You're gonna have to explain a little bit on that one.
To kind of maybe like if I'm dancing. No, that wouldn't really make sense.
You could always go straight rolls, guys. You don't have to worry about you're not gonna like lose stuff. You just won't get necessarily answers, right? Like there's no like hard moves right now on investigation rolls. if you don't have anything to add.
Yeah, I don't think I do. Because I wouldn't necessarily be talking to anybody. It would just kind of... Yeah. Oops. Here we go. That's a 5.
Okay. Yeah, so you're not gonna get that's a miss on this. So it's just too loud, and there's just so many people. It's hard to tell if anybody's looking at you specifically. There's definitely a lot of people packed into an area, and then even in the VIP sections, most people appear to be kind of focusing on their own thing, whatever is happening over there. And you'll probably also notice that there are people doing drugs. So
yeah. And from those drugs, is there any way? Well, no, because Lena wouldn't do drugs. I was gonna say if there was like a new drug that. No, never mind.
You guys would have to start talking to people like individually. But yeah, so that's okay. We're swing up into either Gibbs or Shaw. Who wants to go next?
Shaw can go next.
Okay. So Shaw, you go ahead.
No, I was just about to ask. I think exactly what you're telling me. So. You go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say you walk into like the bouncer kind of like leaves the door partially open and like waits for you to walk over as you walk into this. The office is dark. There is a woman sitting behind a very large desk, and she's kind of just sitting there working on something in front of her, some paperwork. She's writing something out, and she kind of, without looking up, says, "You have something to tell me about Topper?"
First of all, do I recognize this woman at all?
You have never seen her before. Because you've never been to Wonderland. Yep.
Of course. I will then say to her, yes, that she is dead.
Interesting. And how do you know about her death exactly, Mr. You have a name that I can call you?
Hezekiah Shaw. Dr. Hezekiah Shaw.
It sounds familiar.
Perhaps.
You're that doctor that helps some of the gang.
Yes. I have become included in a police investigation around Hopper.
Should I be worried that you're in my office then?
No, but I would like to give the officer some information about her general stuff.
That would be compromising if I did that.
I doubt it has to be specific. However, they do know that she operates, at least, retails her products here. So you're likely to get questioned one way or another.
That's true. I deny all knowledge. You know, I'm not responsible for what my clients conduct. I'm the proprietor and keep things safe here, and that's about it.
Then that is what I shall pass on. You are welcome for the heads up.
I would say thank you, but I'm a little bit more concerned that you're coming in here questioning for the police instead of them coming here.
Well, we both know people. I hope that when they start asking questions, you might know that I'm not exactly questioning for them so much as trying not to get my own cover blown.
I see. And is there any other information that you have about Hopper specifically that you want to share with me?
Are you familiar with the drugs she sells?
Well, she made Alice and a few other drugs, but she dropped off the map for several weeks. I hadn't seen her. I had assumed that she was dead since she hadn't been around. But
I am not sure, but I believe she might have been developing something new, something very, very strange, something I didn't realize was chemically possible.
Well then.
Do you know
I'm not sure.
anything about that?
If it's happened here, there's only a few places that would be really prevalent. I'm not sure I want to share that information with you. What's it worth?
What is it worth? A good question. Perhaps it will make my report to the good officer waiting downstairs a little more convincing.
Or it would make it much more difficult for you to lie.
Very true. It does not bother me either way. I can tell them you would not comment on her. And leave it in their hands.
Well, I can't say that I have anything else to add.
Then, as I said before, you're welcome for the heads up. I bid you good day.
And she goes back to doing whatever she was up to beforehand. As the bouncer opens the door again and waits for you to leave.
Yeah, Hezekiah would just walk down the stairs. Still straight backed.
Okay. Gibbs, you see Shaw come out not more than, 5 minutes after being in that office.
I've taken the chance to just run a background check on Shaw and see if there was any previous. Presumably there isn't.
What are can you do the roll for me so I can see how many clues you get?
Yes, I can. Let's find that. So I will use the police badge, criminal records, and that is probably it. Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll the investigate.
Alrighty, two of these modifiers plus 2. Oops. So that is going to be a 9.
9. Okay, so you get 2 clues. I'm going to let Shaw give you 2 clues that have to be somewhat truthful. They can still be fuzzy because it's on a 7 to 9. It can be somewhat fuzzy. So I'm going to let you give him 2 things that he would find on you through a police data search.
So on the police data search, there will almost certainly be mention of high debt sort of interactions with people. So there'll be a few times when parking tickets have gone on for too long, and also, I'm not sure if it's being included on police report or not, but like things like bailiffs coming to the house. So he's clearly in a tight spot where money is. The second clue would be that He hasn't got a criminal record as such, but he did get when he got discharged from the army. He worked in a hospital, but he was fired after only a few years.
Okay. The nature of the firing. Do I know that, or is that just looks a little odd? Maybe that he was fired so soon.
Yeah, it was mostly down to attitude.
Okay. Okay. I'll thank whoever I was talking to on the phone about that. And as I see him come down, I say, so, Doc, what have you got? Any luck? You weren't up there for very long.
No, she didn't have very much to tell me at all. No comment. She is not responsible for the people who patronize her club. She just keeps it safe.
You got a name on this lady?
Was there a name on the door? No.
No, there was not. And she didn't introduce herself.
No name.
Right. Okay. So you've gone up and had a conversation with a woman that you don't know who she is or what she does really, and she's given you no information whatsoever.
That is the stretch of it. The management here know nothing about Hopper, or claim to know nothing.
Well, yeah, of course they claim to know nothing, but maybe it's time we go loud. Flash the badge. Get out of this suit.
By all means, be my guest.
All right.
Do you need my support?
No. I think this one is, perhaps you go back and you get your sealed water with Lena over there.
Yes. I do not know why my sealed water has arrived in a glass. But, yes.
That is concerning. You should look into that.
And he just, like, scratches his shoulder a little bit. Yes.
I'm gonna head out towards the bouncer.
Okay. The bouncer very stoic stance as before with the bouncer outside. A lot of visitors this evening.
Well, yeah, I'm another one. Ding dong, and I'm gonna like flash the badge, just like a little bit conspiratory, just so you can see it.
Mm-hmm. Give me a second. And he goes up, knocks on the door, opens, sticks part of his head in, goes back out, and motions over to you. Exact same process as you saw with Dr. Shaw being let in.
Mm-hmm.
And he just stands there and waits at the door. Woman is sitting. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just step inside.
Okay. Yeah, woman is sitting at the door. By the way, I didn't describe her. I apologize. I thought I did. In my brain, I did, but out loud, I did not. Woman is sitting behind the desk. She has incredibly long, like a deep burgundy red hair that's kind of slightly pulled back behind her ears. And she's wearing a completely black suit. You can't really see what she's wearing on her legs because she's behind the desk, but it's presumably of similar fashion and
like a business suit.
Yeah, kind of like a business suit, but definitely much more high end. Like the cut is perfect to her body shape, and it's definitely not a cheap suit. It fits her very well. She has adorned herself with a lot of very nice jewelry, diamonds, that kind of thing. So.
Give her a nod as I walk in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She actually looks up this time. Can I help you with something?
I'm hoping that you can. What's your name, madam?
Well, you can call me Anna. We'll just leave it at a first name basis since we're going to be friendly here. Isn't that right, officer?
Of course. I love making friends. Yeah, my name is Gibbs. You can call me Gibbs. And I'm, well, I believe you just spoke to an associate of mine. And we're asking into a case of your missing girl. Harper's hopped away, it seems, into the realms of death.
I really hated that nickname. So many stupid rabbit puns.
Right, I don't understand why. The girl's got rabbit books everywhere, Wonderland. I mean, like, I like the name of the club and everything, but she took it a little too far, a little bit on the nose.
She was thematic, what can I say?
Thematic. Yeah, I heard that word a fair bit recently. We took a look around her apartment, so listen, you can't really tell me too much about what's going on here, especially business that involves your own business. But what I'm hoping is that there's some of my business that might interest you, and or another gang's interest. Maybe someone else got involved.
Well, it wasn't me, and Hopper was never my girl. She just frequented the club for her clients.
Okay. Do you know whose girl she was?
Honestly, no. I always thought she worked for herself.
Okay, it's good to know. Anyone want her dead? It's not a, like a kill order out on her head or anything?
Not to my knowledge, but I don't know what other businesses she was involved in. As you can see downstairs, everybody's here to have a good time and not start problems.
Of course, just like myself. Okay, so, seems like Harper's no one's problem. If she's dead, means nothing else to you or anyone else. No one else has come around asking except for me or the doc, right?
Oh, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. There's always going to be somebody that fills the gap.
Who's filling that gap now?
I have yet to know that yet.
Well, how about you give me a call when you find that out? And I'll slip over my card.
You know, telling people, especially the police, who and what happens in my club all the time isn't really great for business.
Well, who says I'm working entirely for the police here? This is a personal interest of mine. I figure we can get a business arrangement going on here. I mean, this is just some dead girl turned up in a back alley. But there's more important business that you don't want me looking into here. I mean, if I wanted, I could shut this whole place down, take a look around, ask some of your friends, take a look on the books, see what turns up. There's always something that turns up. Instead, what I would prefer, because that's a lot of effort for me that I personally don't want to go to. I'm wearing this disgusting suit and I'm covered in oil and glitter. Instead, what I would prefer is you just give me a name, any name. I walk out of here and I don't walk back in.
Go ahead and do a convince roll.
Okay.
You got this.
So,
you got it.
I got this. I'm gonna use my police badge, my criminal record. Oh, criminal records? Yeah, I guess maybe because I'm threatening to call up and look into any records that they have. I am unsuspecting, so maybe she's a little bit surprised that I turn on the intimidation.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much all that works here.
Okay.
Let's just put on a +3. I don't think any weaknesses as such. No, okay. These are D6, right? Yes, they are. It's 13.
Good roll.
Boom.
Really good roll. Okay. She, like, looks up at you, and there is a very obvious smile under the serious face that she's got going on. You know, I could use more friends with the police.
You could always use more friends in the police. And I'm in the police. I don't have enough friends in the police.
Yes, the police are... well, the police. However, you have something in your possession that could help you with your investigation. this is strange to you because why would she know what you have?
Right.
And she kind of looks at you and follow the rabbit hole down.
Okay, now who's being thematic here now?
We love our themes.
Follow the rabbit hole down, okay? I got this book. Got any holes in this book? Plenty of plot holes, let me tell you that. Fucking thing's crazy. I started reading through it. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, there is something that's different in our world that is not because of drugs.
I think I know what you're talking about there.
But you will find more information at the end of the rabbit hole.
Okay. All right, Anna. Well, it's been confusing, but it's been nice to meet you, and hopefully we don't have to talk to each other again soon.
You never know. Good luck and don't lose your head.
I'll try. Likewise. Would hate to see it get blown off. It's very pretty. I tap the gun and walk out.
Okay. So, you now have these 3 clues rather. Rabbit hole, something in your possession, and then don't lose your head.
I will rejoin the party.
Okay.
Literally. Hey guys.
All right.
Managed to get a little bit more than our doc friend here out of the lady. She's not involved, but she's been following our investigation, or at least her group have, her organization. They know that I've got something in my possession that is gonna be of use. She said, follow the rabbit hole down, don't lose your head, and something in my possession is gonna be useful. I've got the matchbook in my possession and pretty much this Alice in Wonderland book. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and the wallet of the girl.
A book?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the book from her apartment. From Harper's apartment.
Okay.
Well, the only item that can be used there is the matchbook. Perhaps we have to set fire to something.
I guess. We have to take another look at this book in more detail. And the matchbook. You guys turn up anything?
I did, but not in the club. I ended up going back to the scene, and I found, and I look around, and obviously nobody's gonna be listening. Not that I know of. I found a watch.
A watch? What kind of watch?
It's one of those old ones with a chain. And it had some weird thing on it. What was it called?
It had an hourglass engraved on it.
Oh yeah, it was just kidding. It was a weird thing. It was an hourglass engraving. Do you guys know anything about that?
Oh wait, you say you just turned up at your place?
No, I went back to the investigation site in the alley.
Okay.
And I found it under a trash can.
Huh. You mind handing that over? Might need that for evidence.
It's in my apartment. But I can...
Okay. Yeah. if you could, next time we meet up, maybe you can have that on you, and we can, I'll hand it over to the lab geeks. Okay. Some kind of stopwatch. Don't know how that works just yet, but, hey Doc, you didn't happen to tell our friend up there what I had on me, did you?
No. No, I didn't tell her what you had on you.
Okay. Just that she knew. So, either you told her or they've been watching us.
No, I barely mentioned you. I imagine we must be being watched.
Yeah. She was playing it real cool about Hopper. But, I don't know. They're watching us, and it probably means more to them than they're willing to let on.
I agree. And he just pushes that glass of unsealed water away from him, like, looking around for eyes.
I have a question, Gibbs. Hopper was a drug dealer, right? Mm-hmm. So, you think this could is it possible someone else wanted her place? I think another drug dealer would have.
That was my initial thought as well. You know, they're pretty territorial, but Anna up there seemed to suggest she didn't even know who was filling her place. Didn't seem like Hopper had a boss as such. So I don't know if that would be any up-and-comers.
That one over there was the drug dealer he spotted, or the one potential drug dealer was a guy or a girl?
It was a guy.
It was a guy. That guy over there. Pretty sure he's a drug dealer.
Okay, I mean, we can chat to him in a bit, but
either he worked for Hopper, or he's competition. Either way, might be someone we want to talk to.
Yeah, the only other thing I'm thinking is, she said down the rabbit hole. Have we got any of those, what do they call it, Alice? The stuff she's making back in the apartment? Was there any of that was still good?
There was no liquid left, if that's what you're asking. Sorry to intervene.
No, I only diagnosed what it was from the remnants.
I mean, we're in a club. There's a drug deal over there. It would not be hard to get.
I'm just wondering what she meant exactly. That's all.
Are you considering ingesting the drug?
I'm not suggesting I do that, no. Suggesting that one of you do that, and I look the other way.
I could take some of the drug and compare it to my notes from the drug at the apartment.
Okay.
Well, Jack, you're the most adventurous one here.
Hey, my body is a temple, okay? I don't put anything like that in it. Let the doctor take it.
I don't see how...
His body looks like a weird temple with like strange floors and stuff.
I probably look after my body better than you do yours. I don't see how getting high will help us with our investigation.
All of the time that we've seen Hopper or had any kind of contact from her, it's been like we were either in a storybook, and I point to the book that I have, and or high. So it's pretty out there. But let's say we all get high and read the book and see what happens.
I do not agree to this plan at all.
How about
police officer?
Hey, I work on the edge of the law, sweetheart.
Look, how about I at least acquire us some Alice? and then we can figure it out from there.
Good idea. Have a chat to that dealer over there, see if you know anything about Harper, see if he killed her. I don't think he did, but you never know.
I'm not gonna. You don't. Like, come on, Gib.
I can ask him if he killed her if you like.
No.
Are we sure that we want to leave the drug buy to him? Because if he goes over to buy drugs, he's probably gonna end up cleaning his house or something.
Did that happen last time?
There's a certain willingness to do favors that is worrying.
Okay. None of that funny business, Shiyu. That stuff's illegal as well. So, Jack.
What? I was just gonna offer a monetary trade for recreational drugs. I feel like it's a fairly common.
All right.
Transaction.
Funny. All right, funny guy. I'll be watching.
I love how the cop is like, yeah, go buy some drugs.
Okay. She was not gonna approach the drug dealer directly, though.
He's not.
He's gonna approach the guys, the group that he knows has drugs.
Oh, like the people who are using it.
Yeah, the people who are using, because they obviously got it from somewhere. So, and he's gonna just sidle up for them. He's like, "Hey, I haven't seen Alice around, and I'd really love to introduce her to my friends."
Oh, you're beautiful.
Oh,
Your hair, so beautiful. These guys are high off their rocker.
Yeah. Yep.
I love Alice.
Yeah. Do you know where I could find her?
There's no more Alice, though. Alice is gone.
Surely she just moved on somewhere else.
She left.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. Alice is lost. Lost somewhere.
Cool. Yeah, well, you do you. At this point, Shiyu has felt he's talked to these people long enough and can now approach the drug dealer.
Okay. Yeah, the dude that's like handing out the drugs essentially. He just kind of like looks at you and he's like, he like nods. He doesn't say anything. He just nods.
Yeah. I heard you know Alice.
Well, we knew Alice, but Alice is no more. There's something way better, man.
Oh, yeah? What?
The caterpillar. Have you met the caterpillar?
I have not met the caterpillar, no.
You need to meet the caterpillar. It's awesome.
I would love to meet the caterpillar. What's his number?
Just need to find the hourglass, man.
Find the hourglass.
The hourglass engraving.
Hey, have you seen
an hourglass?
What also has an hourglass?
The matchbook on the other side had an hourglass too, like behind the matches.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's very thematic. I know.
He's like, hey, have you seen Hopper around? I mean, I used to meet up with Alice with her.
No, I haven't seen Hopper in weeks, man.
You know what happened to her?
I've heard of her and I met her once or twice here, but she hasn't been around.
All right, so I need to find who's the hourglass then.
Nah, where's the hourglass? Where?
Okay, where's the hourglass?
Oh, even better yet, find the hourglass at the right time. Because, you know, hourglasses, man, they're awesome. if you want to do convince or something like that to get a little bit more solid information, you can.
Yeah.
Or investigate. You could do investigate if you want to like use what you've been given so far to get more deductive reasoning out of it.
Yeah. The question is, I don't know if she would actually do that. I think he'd like, yeah, okay, and he'd go back to the group. I think at that point, and he'd like, so apparently Alice went home, and we have to find the caterpillar now.
I think he took too much. He took too much. He's gone.
He's beyond.
Hey, I am 100% drug sober. But guy over there said we have to find the hourglass and find the hourglass at the right time, and then we'll find the caterpillar. You said something about an hourglass on your watch.
There's one on the watch and there's one on the back of this matchbook, and they'll kind of show the hourglass symbol.
Do they match up in some way and indicate a time?
Hey, what time did the stopwatch say?
Sorry, what was that?
What time was the stopwatch on? Did it?
It was midnight.
It was midnight, yes. Big's voice in my head.
Oh, Lena.
So, if we get the matchbook and the watch at midnight, something happens?
I mean, what would happen? It's not like magic exists.
Good thing we came to the club at 5 p.m.
You guys have been there for a couple hours now. It's probably about like 11 o'clock right now.
Seems like it's worth a shot, right? Weird shit's happening.
I'm not an expert on drugs, but it seems making it this difficult to buy them is counterintuitive to business. So maybe we're after something else at this point? I don't know.
Maybe CU just seems
bizarre.
like... Maybe he just seems like too much of a narc.
There is
Perhaps.
that.
Yeah.
Did you manage to get any drugs, CU?
I didn't seem to have any on him at this point.
We saw him handing them out.
Think he's out.
How can you not?
Can I look over back to the drug dealer and see if he's still giving
No,
out?
you can look over. He doesn't appear. He seems to be like hanging out with the rest of the people there.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any of the drug around?
I mean, you could try to swipe it off of somebody, I guess. If there's any stealthy people amongst you.
No, if I see someone with some drug around, I think he'll probably just walk up to them and go, I need some drugs. Look at me. Look how sober I am.
Okay. Sure. Pick a person. You want to find somebody who's like already pretty strung out, or are you looking for more sober?
Someone who's looking slightly sympathetic, maybe someone slightly younger and impressionable, who might take pity on an older man.
Okay.
Pity drugs. Going for pity drugs.
I feel like we're not playing to our strengths here a little bit, guys.
I love it though.
That's
No,
so
me
great.
too. I'm just putting it up.
Gibbs is quite pleased with how difficult it is to commit a crime.
Yeah, so there's a few people. Some of the individuals who are getting kind of like the table service appear to be pretty low key right now. a group of young women that are kind of just sitting around, hanging out. Some of them are drinking. Some of them are just like leaning on each other and whispering. So there's a lot of very non-sober people around. All of the individuals in that group are relatively young. So go up to any one of them.
Yeah, I'll probably just address the whole table, and like just sort of like quite loudly ask for drugs, proclaiming that I am incredibly sober, and maybe I don't know, trying to describe some of the effects that I know I could be feeling, but I'll say it like a doctor, like my eyes are only seeing exactly what they are supposed to see through their retinal cortex, and I am struggling with the chemical levels in my brain.
But all the girls just like look at each other like, what is he saying? Are you okay?
No, I need some drugs.
And at this point, Lena just feels like
we are so bad at getting
gotta lose
drugs.
her mind. Just being around all these people.
So funny.
Yeah, and it's loud and all this stuff, and then so I'll approach him, be like, "Oh my god, you're so funny! God, oh my god, he just wants some drugs. Like, just look at him. He's so basic.
He looks so sad.
It's so sad, you know." And I'll like sit right next to them, and I'll like put my arm around them, pretending I'm super drunk. I mean, poor guy, he can't even find drugs. So sad. This. But do they say anything?
They're way too far gone at this point. But you guys can do an investigate. I'll let you help each other do it between the both of you. Whoever wants to roll to investigate.
Is there?
What's up?
I don't know. What angle are we going to use for this? Do we want to go like I can look pretty creepy and stiff, so we could use that as like a. No wait, this is just an investigation,
yeah, that's creepy. Isn't it? I can look pretty creepy and stiff. That'll work.
Yeah, I could. Can I use my? I don't know. Can I use maybe my mythos?
You can use anything that you think is applicable. We can talk about it if it's like questionable though. So.
Okay. Maybe use my force emotion to kind of have them focus on what he needs.
Okay,
So,
that's one power
emotion
tag.
of maybe.
But you're investigating, so unless you're trying to change the game, which is also applicable. If you guys want to talk about changing the game, we can do that as well.
Yeah, we can try to do that.
Yeah, so basically when you do this, you're using your abilities to give yourself an advantage. So you're literally changing something about the moment. So just let me know which power tags you're going to use.
I'm going to be using force emotion.
Is that
I want to force these. Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else. Or maybe can I also use one of my logos?
You can use as many power tags as you think are applicable. So
perfect. Okay, so befriending people, easy to talk to, friendly, and then force emotion.
Okay, 5. And what about weaknesses? Anything relevant?
I think I made an okay first impression, so that wouldn't. Emotional backlash? Anything from using my mythos? Or my mythos?
Not yet, because you haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we talked about it, it was in result of already having used it, but you haven't, so.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so do 2d6 plus 5.
Plus 5?
Could I help out using my anatomical knowledge?
Right.
Try and look like the opposite of someone who is on drugs?
Not for change the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But no, I mean,
12.
yeah. Okay. So you have a 5. Okay, it's a 1-to-1, so you get 5 juice. And don't forget, the rest of you guys still have juice, by the way. So you'll have 5 juice that you can do any of the following things. Oh wait, you have actually 7 juice because you got a 12 on your roll. So you can basically you can do any of these things. You can create a story tag. You can burn power tags or restore tags of the girls, but that's not really necessarily relevant right now. You can give or reduce a status. So right now their tier status of high is like a 4. So that's why they're not really being helpful at all. So you could potentially reduce the status down to like a 1 or a 0, I guess, technically. But you can also scale up the effect. So if you want it to be at a number of people rather than just one of them, you can do that. You can prolong the effect or any other improvement that you think might be relevant here.
Yeah, can I do multiple number of people?
Okay, so how, like, it's each person that you want to increase it to. So 2, 3, and like, what are you actually doing? Are you reducing their status, or are you doing something else?
Yeah, so by reducing their status, you mean like sobering them up?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, yes, not too much that they'd be like, oh, what the heck? What is this?
Okay.
You're too weird. But enough for them to be like, yeah, we could help you.
Okay.
So maybe.
So let's maybe reduce it by 2 since they're at 4. So like half it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2, and then so that's 2 juice. And you had 7, so you can expand the effect for multiple people. You can use it on the rest of them or prolong the effect so that they remain sober for longer. Or like semi-sober for longer.
Yeah, we could do this semi-sober for longer.
Okay, so well, I'm saying because you have 7 juice, so it's like a lot of effects.
Oh, how many people are there?
There's a group of 6 people.
Okay, so it's 2 per person?
No, so 2 will be to reduce the effects, and then if you want to extend it to other people, you would add on additional juice that way.
Yeah. No, just whatever gets me.
Okay, so we'll just say that the group of the 6 of them are going to be at a 2 instead of a 4 status of. So they're a little bit less catatonic and more energetic, so to speak, and open to having a conversation. Okay.
Can I just quickly ask, is Jack doing okay with all the bliss flying around the place at the moment? That's
a great question. You tell me.
Because
there's a lot of it.
Yeah, I think he's probably a little high, getting a little high, maybe. Especially if people are getting randomly more sober, he's probably getting randomly more high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably going to start feeling the effects soon. It's a good thing to point out. So the girls are kind of just sitting there, and they're like, "I like your dress."
Oh my god, I like your dress.
It's so pretty.
It brings out your eyes, and it's just great.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, do you think we could help him? I mean, so he could leave faster right now?
Well, he is kind of weird. He like just came over here and was like, "I need drugs." He does that. Ugh.
Yeah, maybe he just came to us because, like, he just wanted to have a good time, and I mean, I just want him to be happy. You know, I just want everybody to be happy. And, like,
I know, right? Like me too. Yeah. I mean, I guess like Kenny is over there in the corner, and like he was giving us drugs earlier, but you can't tell anybody. It's like we're supposed to not tell people that.
Well, like, I think he'll give me some. And just give it to him so he can leave.
Oh, yeah, totally. You're like super pretty.
Oh my god, thank you. Like your eyebrows. Oh, They're on fleek, girl.
Like, girl, you too. You too. It's like on top of
Oh my
it.
god, thank you. Yeah, so I go
All
over
the
to
guys
Kenny.
here are like,
They're like, what the fuck?
I believe I have lost track of what is going on. Am I getting drugs or not?
This is what happens when I go to clubs.
If Hugh was there, he would be following the conversation very well. He's not.
But it's true though, like if you work so hard to look on point all night or all day, and then you have to compliment your girls, your fellow girls.
Yeah.
Or boys.
absolutely, absolutely.
Or everybody in between. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Kenny or right?
Yeah, Kenny's over in the corner looking real shady.
Yeah. Oh my god, Kenny. I know I'm gonna be friends who are supposed to speak, but I'm like not feeling like there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not gonna help me. Please.
I mean,
So great.
yeah, but like we don't have any more up here, and like the supply's gone. I don't know.
Well,
weird.
Where can I get some? I thought you were
Uh,
my
I
guy,
gotta-
Kenny.
I'm not getting anything else until midnight, girl.
And I look at my fancy rose gold watch. I have to wait. How is it still 11 or is it like 11:30?
It's getting pretty close to midnight at this point.
Okay, Kenny. Can I just like hang out with you for like?
Yeah, I guess.
Until
I mean,
12?
I'm just gonna chill here.
Can I?
So I imagine Dr. Shaw is followed and is being a very awkward third wheel.
Sir, I think you just need to go back to your table and like hang out over there.
But I need some drugs.
Listen, you don't just listen, friend. Come here. I just met you like right now, but sit here next to us, and I'll put my arm on his shoulder and sit. Mentally relax. Okay, you have to go with the flow, and you can't just say things.
I thought that was the point of drugs.
Kenny, what's your take on this?
I don't know. He like kind of looks like my dad, so this is weird.
This is very weird, but I think he just wants to have a good time. Like, isn't that what Wonderland's all about? Inside, Lena's dying because she hates this, like...
Yes. Yeah. As you're
But, you know-
talking to Kenny, Jack, you're starting to feel some serious side effects about being around all these people who are super high, and you are starting to see things. In the corner, where actually not too far from where Lena and Shaw are, you're seeing what looks like a tunnel.
Do you guys see that?
No.
What? No. What do you think, Jack?
Just it's like
fantastic. Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yep.
It's just like a thing. Like a hole. Wow. You're really pretty.
Who are you
super
talking to?
pretty. To you.
Feel
Thanks.
jealous.
Yeah.
Like I love your outfit is beautiful. It really brings out your eyes.
I tried.
Yeah.
Yep.
It shows.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Thanks. No, I mean.
Do you want to go in the tunnel?
No, this is me. What?
Oh, that's a
In
good
the tunnel. You want to go in the tunnel?
Sure.
Okay, let's go in the tunnel.
Sure,
Rusty,
okay,
come into
yeah.
the tunnel.
Sure. Okay.
I feel
Come
like
in the
I
tunnel
should.
with us.
I think I'm gonna leave you guys to that one. What?
Oh, but you're so
wait,
pretty. Come on, let's all go in the tunnel.
Wait. What kind of tunnel are you talking? Yeah, like a hole? Like a rabbit hole?
I don't know, it's a tunnel. It's over there in the corner by lady and old man.
You mean Lena? Lena.
Sure,
and the
yeah,
Dr.
she's pretty too. Why not?
Stop.
He's
She
not
is
that
very pretty.
No, he's not. No. I'm gonna go to the tunnel.
I mean, Dr. Shaw has a certain stoic aesthetic about him. Let's.
No.
Yeah, I mean, he
doesn't.
yeah.
He didn't even oil up. I told him to oil up, and he didn't oil up.
Come on, boys.
This doesn't even appreciate.
I don't think you want him to oil up. I think
Jack.
it would ruin the aesthetic.
Boy,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's find this tunnel. Okay.
Yeah, let's go to the tunnel.
Yeah,
I
show me
guess
the tunnel.
if Gibbs is going, yeah, sure, let's go. Let's go to the tunnel.
I take them to the tunnel.
She is looking at Gibbs like, just like,
let's go to the tunnel. Yeah.
Party
As you
over
guys
here,
are-
I guess.
As you guys are moving, Lena and Shaw, you hear Jack going, let's go to the tunnel. Like, you can hear him yelling, let's go to the tunnel. As he's walking by, as he's walking by with Gibbs and you.
It would seem they have successfully found some drug.
As they're passing them, she is just like, he's like pointing at Jack. Is like,
I like look over like don't blow our cover.
I tell you what, we'll be stealthy. You stay here, I'll go with them. And actually just go and like join the party.
I have no idea what that bad just said.
We've got like a train going on.
party over here.
The love train.
Marching at the back.
But I guess we're heading towards the tunnel. I guess.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't take long to get there. To everyone else except for Jack, it looks like a door that goes outside, but Jack is convinced this is a tunnel.
Does anyone else want some like cheeseburgers? I could really do some cheeseburgers.
Just show us the
I
fucking
thought your
tunnel.
body was a temple.
Nah, it's fine. Like it's a cheat day.
Is the tunnel? Is this the tunnel? And I'm gonna like
Yes, the tunnel.
open the door.
Yeah.
You're opening the door?
Don't fall in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you open the door, all of you guys, including Lena, even where you are, you get the neon lights effect again. As that door that you just opened there's like a mist, almost like a low mist that's coming out of the whatever room or place that is, and is slowly now that neon light is like going along the sides of you like a highway, and is leading over to where this door / tunnel is, and is encompassing it, and it makes it look like a rabbit hole.
That's I mean, I guess they're sticking with the Wonderland trend here. Do you think this is what she meant by going down the rabbit hole?
Could be.
I try not to say anything.
Does it look like a rabbit hole, or is it just a tunnel?
No, it looks like a rabbit hole now.
It's a rabbit hole.
Everybody sees it as a rabbit hole.
Well, we went to the watch at the allotted time and found a rabbit hole. There's no such thing as a coincidence in science.
Totally science.
Super science, yeah. Okay,
Social
well,
sciences.
Jack, you wanna go through first? Do you want me to go first?
Hell yeah, I'll go first.
All
I
right.
think burgers in there, and I walk in.
Let's see what's inside.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go dance, and I'll be right back. Okay.
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 Sure, yeah. I'm just gonna hang here.
And I give him like an awkward high five to like seal that I'm wasted. And like
Really sell
I'll
it.
go and like dance to the thing, and then just go into like a little weird rabbit hole.
Okay. Cool. So you guys are all going. Lena, you'll be there in a second, but everybody else, you emerge, and the feeling that you guys get here is super weird. It's very similar to how you felt before, Gibbs, with that eerie feeling. You also get this same Shaw, that feeling that you got initially with the other dude that kind of confronted you at the top of the stairs. It's just something is very different here. And as you guys look at each other, if you look at each other, maybe whoever notices, since Jack went first, if you see him in front of you, you'll notice that there's something different about him. Why don't you describe a little bit about what your mythos looks like physically?
Me?
Yep.
Okay. My mythos is...
You don't have to say who it is, but just what it looks like.
He looks like a fairly old man. Give one moment. Oh, he's an old man in kind of like you wouldn't know exactly like what era, but very clearly like older kind of like robes, and he's got a very like pensive look, a big like white beard, a kind of like poofy red hat with a little feather sticking out of it, and he generally has a look of smug consideration on his face.
Okay. So you guys are walking, and this tunnel is like, it's almost like you're walking into nothing, but these changes are around you. Each of you guys, basically, you're going to describe what your mythos physically looks like, and you guys all see each other's mythos as you're walking through this. So Lena, you catch up and you can see them all in front of you. And so we'll go with you next. What does your physical manifestation of your mythos look like?
So his physical manifestation is he's suddenly wearing a it's a traditional Korean garment. It's called a hanbok, which is very much like a it's a large robe with overly large sleeves, with sort of a it's sort of an overcoat that go like a sort of a tabard, a white tabard that goes over it, and it's all got like these flower motifs along it, and he's got a sort of he's got the traditional Korean hat, which is oddly sort of like a pilgrim's hat without the buckle part. You know, a little bit different looking, but that's probably the best image for it. Wide brim, and it ties underneath the thing, and sort of like it almost appears as if like growing out of his hair are like flowers of all different varieties and shades.
Awesome, very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
What about
so that's what
Shaw?
So as Shaw walks, I suppose top to bottom, like a helmet would sort of like appear around his head with like long horns. He'd have spiked pauldrons and like leather spiked armor all the way down, which sort of like disappears into shadows and swirling darkness, and everything seems to move sort of sinuously and creepily.
Okay. All right, Lena, this is what you see, and we're going to as you're walking, all of you guys get that eerie feeling, and again in the far distance is that shadowy figure with the smoke emitting. And we are going to end it here because I just realized what time it was. And next week we will pick up where we left off, of course. Before we do our roundtable, everybody needs to do the roll for the nemesis to show up. So this is the optional rule. If you guys can just roll a 2d6 plus 1.
Ooh. 7.
7, 8. Okay. Oh my.
No.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right,
boy.
so we got some fun stuff I have to plan for next week, but that's going to be it for the session. We're gonna have 2 Nemesis show up next week, so
Beautiful, beautiful, awesome stuff. Can't wait. Well, guys, thank you for watching the 2nd episode of City of Mist: The Larkspur sequence. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let us know in chat. We'd love to hear from you guys and what you thought about tonight's session, favorite moments, all that good stuff. Of course, stick around because the next game is coming up here in a few minutes. We've got the Trials of Baal. D&D 5 of you guys can join in and play. And if you enjoyed this show, hit the follow button and join us. Be sure to check out our sponsor, City of Mist, who sponsored this show. And we had a lot of fun today. If you like this sort of noir, investigative stuff, if you like, too, getting high and buying drugs as an old man in a club, then you too can have an experience like this by playing City of Mist. You can get PDFs as well as hardback covers. I'll go show you guys my hardback. You guys want to go around a cast and crew? Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? Let's start with Metamancer, our MC for tonight. Meta, great job tonight. What did you think?
thanks, guys. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We spent way more time on the drug part than I thought we would. So I apologize for ending so close to the end here, but the way that I did. But I had a great time. I have a lot of really cool stuff planned for you guys, so hopefully we can make it a great experience. And I am Metamancer. If you guys want to catch out any of my other roleplay, either on my channel or my other, just follow me on Twitter at @TheMetamancer.
Awesome, thank you so much. Let's go around in reverse order. So let's start with Scraticus.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I didn't realize it could be creepy and funny at the same time, but I found it. Yeah, no, Shaw just wants some drugs, guys. He just wants some drugs. Come on, help him out. I'm Scraticus. I run my channel over on the other place. I do lots of one-shots all the time. You guys should come and hit me up if you want to come and be in a game. Yeah. That's me.
Beautiful. Great stuff. Thanks, Scrat. Sheepdog.
Hello. I loved tonight. It was a lot of fun. And my favorite moment was getting Russell Gibbs into his clothes. That's great. I just love that. That was really beautiful. If you want to see me, I release multiple videos, too many, every day on Sheepdog Gaming on YouTube. I occasionally stream on Daddy Sheepdo, and I also GM the Dark Heresy game for Metamancer's channel.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks so much, Sheepy, as always. And last but not least, no, that's not right. It's not last. Tommy. Anna, I didn't forget about you. I knew you were there. I know all. Tommy, you're muted. Got 10 seconds, right? Go over to Anna.
Nope. Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. So I had it like muted on both there and my mic. Too many mutes. I had so much fun. And again, once again, the time just flew by. Like suddenly it's like 3 hours later. We are really bad at getting drugs, guys. We're super bad at getting drugs. You didn't even get drugs. You just got high off of everyone else.
Close enough.
But yeah. I had so much fun. Can't wait for next week. I'm Imperator Pengu on Twitter. I do D&D stuff for the most part. A little bit of video game streaming. Follow me to hear about that stuff when I'm going to do it. I'm also a cast member on the Undersiders podcast, a 5e Dungeons and Dragons actual play. And yeah, follow that for a good time.
Thanks so much, Tommy. And last but not least, Anna.
Hello, I'm Anna. I had a great time, and yeah, like Tommy said, it did fly by, I think, even faster than last time. This time. But I'm excited to see how our powers work and all the fun stuff. But meanwhile, you can find me on Twitch as Cyborg Pizza, on Twitter as AnimePhoto. I'm also a cast member on Wanderer Quest. It's a Dungeons and Dragons 5e actual play with a bunch of awesome and beautiful women, feels and whatnot, and also on WebDM Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central. I'll post links.
Thanks so much, Anna. And thank everyone, you guys, for joining us today for the Larkspur sequence. It's been a lot of fun. Can't wait for next time. 1 p.m. Eastern every Thursday so we can find us. We've got the YouTube video going out shortly as well for the first episode, so you guys can catch up. And we're going to head straight into Trials of Baal. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. But until then, Try not to roll too many nat ones because we want to be laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye.